Hey folks, so today I just wanted to go through, do a little bit of housekeeping. I've got a number of little things to discuss and go through and let you know about. Uh, let's see, we've got, there was a comment left by Chris Topping, and I just wanted to acknowledge that I accidentally deleted it. I was answering it and my fumbling fingers hit the wrong icon, I guess, or something, and it got deleted. So my apologies, Chris. Leave another one in the same vein, I guess, on that video, and I will answer it as well. Anyway, okay, also, there was a shout out some time ago from Chris at Cold War Mercantile. On one of his videos, and I appreciate that, Chris. Thank you very much. I will leave a link to his channel below. He's redoing or saving basically a Buster Brown shoe factory building in Illinois, and quite interesting watching the process. So do check his channel out, and also, he's doing some importing of antiques from Poland into the U.S. So he's prepping a container for that. But right now, most of his channel is based on the building at this time. But he is doing some importing as well. So, or working on doing some importing. So yeah, so it's about that process. And let's see, we've got. Townwide garage sales are happening all over the place. Prime time of year. I think they're probably going to start winding down now, though, over the next couple weeks. There was several that were booked on the same days, so I tried to choose the ones I figured were going to be better. But yeah, there's one coming up tomorrow that I'll be doing as well. So I got to travel an hour to that town to do that. You folks in the cities are lucky. You've got a nice concentration of sales, whereas we kind of got to run around all over the place in the country here. Now, let's see. Also, I was going to do an auction a couple weekends ago, and opted to do town-wide garage sales in a couple towns nearby instead. The whole decision making on how to decide where to go when there's a couple events. This particular sale was not. I don't know if it was really a hoarder situation, but the guy had tons of stuff. Kind of had 6 of everything apparently. Like one of the photos in the listing was a pile of copper boilers. 10 or a dozen copper boilers, which apparently sold for $5 a piece, so less than scrap value. That's kind of missed out on that, but if I'd been there, maybe they would have gone for 10 or 15 a piece. Well, depending upon what I would have bid, I guess. I didn't. It doesn't sound like I missed too much, but I did miss a few goodies apparently. But the listing didn't really show anything that was super interesting. There was a airplane prop, however, looked like an aluminum airplane prop that I figured was worth $350 to $1,200, depending upon what plane it was off of, and it sold for about $100 a quarter, which is a really comfortable price there. I wouldn't have minded buying that, but the problem was this sale was 2 days long and over an hour away, which would have meant I would have had to get a hotel room. And that meant between fuel, hotel, food, and having to kennel my pup, my canine kid, Jake, expenses would have started at $600. So I would have had to do at least $1,200 worth of purchases to kind of compensate for that expense. So I was unsure whether I would get enough decent stuff to make it worthwhile. There was a lot of run-of-the-mill stuff, which maybe could have been bought cheap. There was a few other dealers there So I'm not sure how cheap some of it would have been. I'm sure there was some bargains to be had. I know a friend that was there did pick up a few bargains, but who knows. So the decision making kind of on what would be better, I probably would have gotten more inventory, but my expenses would have been far higher if I'd done the auction rather than the garage sales. And the potential for picking up something really cheap at the garage sales was seemed a lot higher in my thoughts anyway. So I didn't do that auction, but would have liked to, but again, like I said, I had to weigh out the expenses and time, etc. It also would have meant I would have had to close the store, so I would have lost out on sales there too. Anyway, there's a show coming up in Indian Head, Saskatchewan, the 22nd, 23rd, or 21st, 22nd, 23rd, I think, of June this month. It is 2024, by the way, in case you're watching this a year later. Anyway, so there's a show coming up. I've got to pack for it, so I've got to get prepped for that. Meanwhile, there is a pick I'd like to go on sometime in the next little bit. So there's that. It's a hoarded property that's being cleaned up, so I'd like to hit it, but haven't scheduled it yet. The owner of the new owner of the property's been busy, but we're going to try to do that, and I'm going to hopefully do a POV video, so point of view of walking around that property and checking it out. So hopefully you can do that, and I have permission to do that. And just general sales are picking up, it seems. A little better than last year, I think. Sales are just generally a little higher, so we're doing all right. Let's see. Also picked up at those garage sales that I went to instead of that auction. I picked up a dog run. Dog run worth about $450 for a total of $50. So Jake's got somewhere to go in the daytime if he wants to hang out in the sun. So got that, and that's one of the advantages of being in this business and the resale end of things, is you're in places where you can obtain this sort of bargain at times for just general life. So yeah, I know a lot of dealers will pick up stuff other than antiques that they use day to day, whether it be stereo equipment, whether it be electronics, whether it be household goods, that sort of thing. Rarely ever have to pay retail. So we just happen to be usually in the right place, right time. Anyway, that's about it, I guess. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and check out our other videos on antiquing, picking, thrifting, scrapping, etc. Take care, folks.